It's 7 p.m. You're with Newsbreak. I'm Ankita Mukherjee. Our big focus, a 20-year-old gang raped and strangled with her own dupatta in Uttar Pradesh's Hathras, who died this morning in Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital just a day after she was brought there. But what is breaking right now, what is emerging right now is a horrific story of rape and violence compounded by criminal negligence on the part of the state and the police. Protests erupting across Delhi and Uttar Pradesh and indeed around the country on the Hathras horror, with an outpouring of outrage and grief on social media too. The young woman suffered multiple fractures, paralysis, a deep gash in her tongue in the savage assault that's being compared by many now to the 2012 Nirbhaya gang rape. Fractures left her paralyzed and struggling to breathe. News of her death leading to protests outside the hospital, with Bhim Army Chandrasekhar Azad blocking roads for hours, protesters chanting "Hang the rapists." The UP police now under severe scrutiny over alleged lapses throughout the case. They've suddenly declared that the woman's allegations of rape were not even confirmed by medical examination. Aligarh's police chief talked about how the medical examination has not revealed anything related to rape, and that samples have been sent to forensic science laboratories in Agra. The family says the police and the state just ignored her complaint. They are in fact alleging massive lapses on the part of the police, delays in acting even after the woman gave a detailed statement. Akshay joining us live now from the Safdarjung Hospital in the national capital, which has been the site of some of these protests which are now growing. Akshay, you've also been speaking with family members who have a series of very serious allegations that they are making right now.
Well, yes, there are, there is a spate of allegations as far as the family is concerned. First of all, the allegation is that why did it take the UP police to, why did it take 5 days for them to arrest the first accused, and why did it take them approximately 10 days to arrest the rest of the accused? As far as the authorities are concerned, what they are claiming at this point in time is that had the girl been shifted to a better hospital, for example, had she been shifted to AIIMS or Safdarjung, immediately after this particular assault, after the assault on her, her life might have been saved, and these are certain complaints that the family has as far as the authorities go. As far as the protest is concerned, here right now we are inside the premises of Safdarjung Hospital. These are some candles which have been lit by some people who had gathered here. Now there are all kind of people who have gathered, and these are not only the political party members who have come here, but also some people from nearby areas who had earlier gathered in the memory of the Hathras victim. As far as the Bhim Army chief is concerned, Chandrasekhar Azad was here for quite some time. He was calling the victim his own sister. And definitely this entire case has taken a political color, with a lot of political party leaders coming and blaming the BJP-led UP government. As far as the people are concerned, I would like to show you, I would not go very near to that crowd. In fact, the victim's brother and her father is still present here in the Safdarjung Hospital premises. There is a lot of confusion over the presence of the body, the whereabouts of the body of the victim. Earlier, the UP police officials who were present here were saying that the body is still inside the mortuary. Then we spoke to the family members who are saying that the body has been moved, and that has been informed to them about the movement of the body by some of the people who are working here. Now, what exactly is true, that has yet not been clarified by the authorities here. There is still a lot of confusion. There has been a lot of security that has been deployed. Now, these people, these men in the black uniforms, are security people of the Safdarjung Hospital. Here there are paramilitary forces also deployed inside the hospital premises. A huge number of Delhi police personnel here, many of them wearing anti-riot gears as well. So earlier they were planning to remove all of the protesters by force as well, and that was the reason that the security was beefed up for quite some time. Many of the protesters who were present inside, they conducted a candle march and they moved out of the hospital premises. That exactly is the reason that the security has been lowered down to some extent. However, still there is a lot of presence of cops, paramilitary personnel, private agencies of security of the Safdarjung Hospital inside the premises. So, what exactly is the reason that the clarification is not being given by the authorities? That still remains a big question. But definitely not only the 4 men who were accused in this heinous crime, but all those people, according to the family, who have been a reason for this particular delay, now be it in the arrest of the men or in the hospitalization of the victim, have to be held accountable.
Yes, indeed. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. With that, Akshay, our colleague Sharad Sharma also spoke with the family members, the father and the brother of this woman. The brother has some very serious allegations to make. He talks about how the family is continuing to face threats at this point and is also raising questions about where the body has now been taken.
सफदरजंग अस्पताल में पीड़िता के पिता, पीड़िता के भाई धरने पर बैठे हुए हैं और पूछता हूं उनसे कि कारण क्या है। सुबह से अब शाम हो गई है, क्या कारण है कि अभी भी आप यहाँ धरने पे बैठे हुए हैं?
सर, हमें बेटी को इंसाफ चाहिए, इंसाफ चाहिए। क्या कहते बेटी को, जो क्या कहते अपराधी हैं, हाँ, उनको कम से कम सजा क्या कहते मिलनी चाहिए, उसको फांसी होनी चाहिए।
हॉस्पिटल के अंदर बॉडी नहीं है।
अच्छा, मैंने
मोर्चरी में पता किया जाके, स्वयं पता किया वहाँ जाके, तो हॉस्पिटल में उन्होंने बताया कि यहाँ बॉडी यहाँ नहीं है। अच्छा, मोर्चरी में बॉडी नहीं है।
अच्छा
जी,
अच्छा। और ये तो भाई जब तो आपको सूचित होना चाहिए था। ये तो
जी हमें नहीं बताया, हमें कुछ भी नहीं पता इस बारे में, बॉडी कहाँ है कहाँ नहीं। मैंने वहाँ जाके पता किया कि हमारी दीदी की बॉडी कहाँ है, तो उन्होंने बोला कि यहाँ पे नहीं है।
हाँ,
सीधे सीधे यही बोला।
तो इसके विरोध में फिर आप लोग यहाँ पर अब धरने में बैठे हुए हैं?
जी, विरोध में हम इसलिए भी बैठे हैं, हाँ, जब तक यहाँ पे जिसकी सत्ता है बीजेपी की, उनसे कोई नेता आके हमें ये आश्वासन नहीं देते, हाँ, कि हमको जब तक उन लड़कों को फांसी दिलवाएंगे, हमें न्याय दिलवाएंगे, हाँ, और हमारे इस परिवार की पूरी जिंदगी भर की सुरक्षा नहीं होती, तब तक हम यहाँ से नहीं हटेंगे। क्योंकि हमें गांव में बहुत सारी धमकियां मिल रही है। हाँ, ऐसे आपकी ये पीएसी पुलिस, हाँ, हमारे 1 महीना 2 महीना हमारे घर के पास रह सकती है, उसके बाद ये तो चले जाएंगे। हमें फिर भी खतरा है ना, जब वो लोग खुले आम आते जाते बोल देते हैं, हाँ, कि इन्हें गोली से मार देंगे, 1-2 को और मार देंगे, तब जेल में हाजिर हो जाएंगे। तो ये आप समझ सकते हो किस तरीके से खतरा है हमें।
अभी यूपी पुलिस के कुछ अधिकारी कह रहे थे कि अभी बॉडी लेके नहीं गए हैं, यहीं पर है।
हॉस्पिटल के अंदर नहीं है सर जी, और बाद बाकी मुझे नहीं पता किस जगह पे।
All right, so twists and turns galore. The family making serious allegations about the body not being in the hospital anymore. Where is the body then? The police, which is now under severe scrutiny, is also now saying that the medical examination did not reveal rape at all. Let's listen in to what this policeman, Piyush Modia, of the police chief of Aligarh, had to say.
मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन के समय कोई इस प्रकार का दुष्कर्म का तथ्य जो है इस पे सामने नहीं है। उन्होंने भी रिपोर्ट दी थी कि ये सभी फॉरेंसिक साइंस लैब एग्जामिनेशन के भेजे हैं, जो कि भेजे जा चुके हैं आगरा स्थित विज्ञान प्रयोगशाला में, और उसकी रिपोर्ट भी शीघ्र आ जाएगी।
Alok Pandey, who's been tracking that story since the beginning, joining us at this point. Alok, the police seems to be really tripping over itself. One person saying one thing, and now we've had this police officer, the Aligarh police chief, saying that, you know, medical examination hasn't confirmed rape, and yet we had the Hathras police chief saying rape section had been added to the FIR. What's going on?
Well, you're absolutely right. What I really find surprising, Ankita, is that why has the police come up with this statement all of a sudden? The statement of the victim was recorded on the 22nd of September, and it's been a good 6 to 7 days since then, Ankita. Did the police not know of this fact about the medical examination not confirming rape earlier? Has it come to them just today? Why is it that they have made such an announcement after the death of the woman and after there has been so much outrage? These are questions that must be addressed, and they must be addressed in a transparent manner. Otherwise, no one is going to believe what the police is going to say, because it seems the timing of it seems very, very suspect. So one does hope that a senior police official, maybe Mr. Modia himself, who's the Inspector General in Aligarh, or maybe an officer senior to him, will come out and clarify what they mean by going ahead and making a statement hours after the woman has died. That's number one. Number two, there is this rhetoric from the government here that seems to suggest, they seem to be suggesting, that crime or heinous crime, particularly rapes and murders, Ankita, the rates of those crimes are coming down. Now, how do they justify it? They justify it through facts and figures that they claim prove this. For instance, they say, and I was discussing this with you a while ago, that between January and August this year, there were rapes, 1,429 rapes. Whereas last year in the corresponding period, there were 1,987 rape cases that were reported. On murders, they say that this year there were 2,352 murders between January and August 30th. Last year it was 2,540. Now stats only tell us one part of the story, and this is something that we've seen all across. It's not only true for this case but otherwise, because while on one hand you seem to have these statistics, on the other hand you seem to be waking up every second or third day to horrific news from Uttar Pradesh. If you remember, in Lakhimpur Kheri, just one district, in August I reported at least 3 rapes and murders, 2 of them involving minors.
Right.
Each of them were brutal crimes that I won't say could be prevented perhaps by placing a policeman in a village, but certainly by creating an atmosphere of fear among criminals or prospective criminals of the law.
Right.
Is that happening? Are facts and figures telling the whole story? I think those are questions that need to be answered.
Yes, indeed, Alok, and that's precisely what we will do. Let's take this across now to our panelists joining us this evening. Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, is with us. A.K. Jain, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, is also with us, as is Shant Prakash Jatav of the BJP. Mr. A.K. Jain, let me begin by asking you some of those questions that my colleague Alok has just raised. Why this announcement from the police now about medical examinations not being conclusive, about rape at all? Is this because there is too much heat right now on the Uttar Pradesh police? Also, the family now alleges that it took them 4 or 5 days to even respond. Would you say that the police's action in this matter has been less than ideal?
Initially, case under section 307, attempt to murder, and 325 SC/ST Act was registered, as far as my knowledge goes, and what I have been told. Then IO, investigating officer of the case, CO Sadabad, tried to record the statement of the girl, but he could not do it, and he could manage it only on 22nd. She was in a position to depose only on 22nd, and then she narrated the entire incident, and names of 3 other persons also cropped up, and later on till 26th, all the 4 accused have been arrested. I don't know this controversy about the rape part, or whether it has figured in post-mortem or not, who conducted the post-mortem. It is clear that she has been raped, and the family members are alleging
so why is the police, we've just actually played out a soundbite of the Aligarh police chief saying medical examination has not confirmed rape. Even if this has been the case, the assault is very well documented. She had paralysis because of the injuries she bore.
Yes. Assault has been brutal. It's a very, very serious incident. It's just like Nirbhaya case. The poor girl has lost her life. All possible efforts should be made to compensate for it, to provide security to the family, to provide weapons to them so that they can secure themselves in future also.
If anything, Mr. Jain, right now the family is saying that they are continuously being threatened.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible in the rural areas of Aligarh. It's possible. That's why I'm saying that they should be given arms licenses. They should be provided permanent security till the case is finally heard in Supreme Court and final action is being taken. They should be provided security, and it is must in the rural areas, because these people who have this kind of mindset, they can again retaliate.
Honestly, when you say that they must be provided police security and that this is, prevalent in rural areas, one wonders about the overall state of law and order in Uttar Pradesh. Ghanshyam Tiwari, if every family was now to be given, special police arrangements, etc., special security, what does this say overall about the security situation? And indeed, now that the family is talking about the threats they're receiving and this larger story of police inaction, they're saying nothing happened, and had there not been this kind of media outrage over the case, nothing would have happened.
Well, I want to quote what the mother said as reported by News Laundry. My daughter was lying naked with her tongue protruding from her mouth. Her eyes were bulging out and she was bleeding from her mouth, neck, and there was blood near her private part. I quickly covered her with pallu of my sari and started screaming. In this state, the family took the daughter to the police station. The police said, and the story reports further, that police said that maybe she's faking it. Then they had to carry her to the hospital. For 2 weeks, there's not a single evidence of anyone in this government helping the family, helping the girl fight for her life. And once she is gone, they are creating new stories to muddle this entire effort. The Minister for Women in India, Smriti Irani, is sitting silent, tweeting and retweeting her other colleagues as if this doesn't matter. The Minister for Women in Uttar Pradesh, Swati Singh, is absconding or unavailable. I don't know why do they become ministers if they can't represent people. What does Bhaskar report? I want to quickly say that because it narrates the entire story clearly. The father's version. पिता कहते हैं ये लोग गांव के ठाकुर हैं, ये लोग मेरी बेटी से दरिंदगी करने से पहले मेरे पिता से भी मारपीट कर चुके हैं, उनकी उंगलियां तक काट दी थी। पुलिस ने पहले सिर्फ हत्या का मामला दर्ज किया था, एक व्यक्ति को अभियुक्त बनाया था, 10 दिन तक कोई गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुई। पीड़िता का बयान लेने भी 5 दिन बाद पहुंची पुलिस। This is the version of mother and father.
I want Shant Prakash Jadhav to actually respond to this, because we could go on and on over these points and they're all out there for all of us to see and be horrified by. Shant Prakash Jadhav, you know, the larger question over here really is of criminal negligence on the part of the police, on the part of the state. This is rape compounded by criminal negligence that has led to a young woman's death today. Would you agree?
देखिए, जो घटना हाथरस में हुई है ये बेहद दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, दुखद है, और मैं स्वयं हाथरस से हूं, इसलिए मैं इसको व्यक्तिगत क्षति के रूप में देखता हूं। और जो घटना इस वक्त यहाँ हुई और उसमें बालिका की मृत्यु हुई है, इसकी निष्पक्ष जांच होने की आवश्यकता है। मैं पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त हूं योगी सरकार के ऊपर कि जो भी लोग इस अपराध को जिन्होंने इससे जघन्यता को अंजाम दिया है,
Jadhav, you know, we have the family already saying that 4 or 5 days passed by before even a statement was taken. It then took further for the 3 arrests to happen.
बिल्कुल परिवार
And now we have the police saying that maybe rape didn't happen at all. Is that your idea of a fair and impartial probe?
मैं वही बात कह रहा हूं कि जो घटना हुई है, जांच के बाद जिन्होंने इसको अंजाम दिया है उनके खिलाफ जो है सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी। ये किसी भी सूरत में जिन्होंने भी ये अंजाम दिया है उसको नहीं बख्शा जाएगा। रही बात कि ये जातीय उत्पीड़न का विषय है, ये जातीय उत्पीड़न को भी इसमें ध्यान में रखते हुए एससी एट्रोसिटी एक्ट के अंतर्गत जिन लोगों ने इसको अंजाम दिया है उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी। जो भी
are you acknowledging then, Mr. Jadhav, that there is a caste angle to this crime? Are you acknowledging that on record?
डेफिनेटली जो भी बात है, देखिए जो भी आप ये देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश सुशासन के लिए आज के समय में जो है वो प्रसिद्ध है, जाना जा रहा है, और हर हालत में सुशासन को ही वहां पर काबिज किया जाएगा। कहीं भी दुर्भाग्य से जो घटना घटित हुई है उन सबके खिलाफ जिन्होंने इसमें लापरवाही बरती है उन सबको जो है सख्त से सख्त सजा मिलेगी।
All right, we leave it at that for now. The outrage continues to grow. The comparisons with the Nirbhaya gang rape and murder also continue. This is not something we'll stop talking about. It's time for a quick break.